Ooh, you're the cool and hip with those glasses on.
I am the Shawninator.
Very.
Just me.
So, how are you?
Well, first of all, I am doing very well here in the student lounge at Skyline College, like most of the time we hang out. Today is Friday, the 25th of March, and it's Good Friday before Easter. Just came out of my first class today, and my history teacher didn't have any class for us today. He said so on the door. I'm like, why is he canceling class a lot?
Well, I'd like to say something about my communication class.
All right.
So,
Give us the spits.
technically, I don't have communication today. I mean, kind of do it, kind of don't. I'm meeting with my group for this new project that we're gonna do. Well, we're starting it today. We're gonna talk in our group about it, about how we're gonna start it. But we're not gonna start until the week we get back from spring break. And you want to know what this project is?
What? Tell us all.
We're gonna analyze a movie.
Oh, that sounds very exciting. What movie did you guys have in mind?
She didn't say. She said she'd post it sometime yesterday or today, but she
A
hasn't
list of
posted it yet.
movies that you can choose?
A list of just one movie, but she hasn't posted it yet. She said she was going to post it yesterday, but she didn't. So,
We'll just keep checking every day just to make sure. You don't want to fall behind.
yep. So that's the end of communication. But now we need to talk about the big thing that happened last night for both of us. I already did my review for it on YouTube, but I want to hear your opinion.
Oh, you want my opinion about it?
Yeah, about the movie.
Okay. Cameraman. Thank you. Well, first of all, my review of Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice that me and Scott saw last night, I have to rate it 3.5 out of 4 stars. And out of 4 stars being the best, that is very good. Although, I think they could have gone, a little too far in detail with some scenes. Like, for example, there was one scene where Lex Luthor was like in a lab or something like that.
Honestly, there were a lot of things that weren't explained.
Pretty much scenes that weren't explained, so they were a little confusing. But other than that, also Lex Luthor's acting, he was kind of more on the like comedian cheesy side, a little too comedy wild.
Yeah, a little too insane, cuckoo, over the top.
Yeah, I think a little more crazy than Joker.
Oh. Even I thought that the Amazing Spider-Man movies was better than this movie, to be brutally honest. Because I like to say something. The last Spider-Man movie we had, yes, it was totally uneven, but the story I thought was well structured in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I mean, that movie was good. I liked it better than this movie, Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, to be brutally honest. I mean, mostly the performances were really good in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. The performances impressed me. The rest of the movie, not as good. So
Very interesting concept.
Mainly because the Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice is beautifully shot. The cinematography is really good. I thought the music was okay and not that great, but mainly it was the performances that impressed me. But other than that, the movie just wasn't flowing very well. It was very uneven. A lot of the scenes were not explained. There was a lot going on in the movie that wasn't explained. It felt like 4 different movies in one movie. You know, it didn't feel like Batman for it did feel like Batman for Superman in some parts, and in other parts it felt like they were setting up the Justice League, but in a very small way. That was noticeable, but the execution wasn't that good. So
yeah, when the appearance of Wonder Woman came and Aquaman and the sea and all that.
Yeah, I think the most interesting cameo was Cyborg, because we saw Cyborg getting built in that lab from this weird thing that was floating, and I thought that was really interesting. All of those cameos did get me interested in seeing the solo movies that will come out in the future. Aquaman, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, The Flash. I'm excited to see those movies when they come out.
Yeah, so am I.
So yeah, I did enjoy this movie from some aspects, but mostly aspects just weren't executed well. The story was uneven, very messy, and those are my final thoughts. My grade for the movie, I think, changed because on my review I said a B minus, but the more I thought about the movie, the less I was into it. So I think my final grade for the movie is going to be a C.
You think it's a C grade?
Yeah,
Uh,
because it's not a great movie, but it's also not a bad movie. It's just okay. So yeah,
I'd rate it around. I still rate it around a B range. I mean, it's not A grade. I mean, it's not A okay. But those you finished.
yeah.
So, anyways, yep. Like I said before, when I first heard about the movie before we saw it, I thought it would be like a 3.5 out of 4 stars, which would be like around an A grade. But now after I saw it, I changed it to around B minus range. Because I thought, yep, the story plot was kind of messy everywhere around, and a lot of scenes that were like detailed were not explained very well.
Yep.
And
Although-
that's pretty much my final thought.
One thing I would like to say about The Flash and some of the nightmare scenes, I thought one of the nightmare scenes was very tense, like that one where that creature was like,
Right, that's right.
but something to say about the nightmare scenes in The Flash, because I've seen people explain this in YouTube videos. The Flash is traveling through time. The Flash is from the future. And these things that the Flash is seeing while he's traveling through time are being shared with Batman. And Batman is having these nightmares. I thought at first that some of the other characters would have these nightmares as well, but it was just Batman, so I don't know why that was that. They didn't explain why Batman was having the nightmares, but I do have a feeling it was about the Flash time traveling into the future, and I sort of saw a glimpse of what the future would be like in future films. So that's what I have to say about that. So the Flash had a bigger role in the movie than I thought he would.
Yeah, in a way, I mean, he had a bigger role in the film that that was kind of bigger than we expected, but in kind of a more mysterious way. I mean, we don't really see him very much because he's always traveling fast when a whole bunch of light is around him. So, my thoughts on the Flash. I didn't see him that very well because of all the bright light that was around him. That was probably the process of him time travel. What do you call it? Time traveling progress. I mean, because he goes so fast. I mean, you barely see him on land.
Yep. So, that is our talk on Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Any final thoughts?
No, I'm good.
Alright, I'm good.
Wait. I got one more final thought. I was so shocked Superman died at the end. Batman lived. I predicted very differently.
Yep. Well, I kind of thought that they were gonna go with that story because it's a story in the comics that Doomsday kills Superman. And that's a story in the comics, and they sort of did that in the movies. So when we saw Doomsday in the trailer, I sort of thought they were gonna go that route, and they did. They killed Superman at the end of it, but I'm pretty sure they'll bring back Superman. So Superman's not gonna be dead forever. So we'll see him again. We
Like
will.
what they say in the DC and Marvel comics, the heroes somewhere never die.
Yep.
Even though it looks like they did.
So, I know this is a spoiler review, so yeah, Superman dies in the movie. Alright? And it was depressing and sad when that happened, but at the same time, I was already really processing everything else that was going on in the Doomsday fight, and yes, it was dramatic. It was, and I teared up a little bit when Superman died. I did.
So did I. I voted for Superman, and I was wearing a Superman hat that night in the theater, and I took it off when he died.
Yep.
And I'm like, damn, I should have bought Batman hat.
But I mean, I think this is a
Speaking
good
of Batman,
way.
you have the shirt on right now.
Yep. But I think this is a good way because the way they explained it, when Superman died, everyone cared about him. Everyone cared about him sacrificing himself to destroy Doomsday. And I think
Because they probably thought that he was a coward and not really choose anything but choices for himself.
well, I think that after sacrificing himself to destroy Doomsday, I think everyone started to notice what kind of hero Superman was at the end of the movie, and how he sacrificed himself for Metropolis, for everyone in Metropolis. So I think whenever they do the next Superman film or in the Justice League movie, I think Superman, when he comes back to life from death, I think people will appreciate him more, and we'll see a more lighthearted side of his personality. So yeah.
Yep. I don't have any more final thoughts. Do you?
Nope, I am good. So don't forget to press that like button. Falco Punch, Comet Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, good stuff. Comment, what did you think about Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice? Did you love the movie? Did you hate the movie? Please let me know. Let me know. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Alright? If you're new, subscribe to my channel to keep updated on all my content. And I will catch you guys in the next video.